What I think of when I hear intersectionality, actually quite a few things. I think of how each and every one of us identifies, and I also think about maybe the different discriminations that each and every one of us has faced in our lives because we identify with different groups or we have different backgrounds and the cultures that we represent. I think that's something that is felt by many BIPOC in this community especially. And I think of all of the spaces that I've been in where I've been the first or the only, or, you know, immediately counted out before people get to know me, or judged or discriminated against. And I know that I'm not the only person that has felt that.
Thinking about just multiple identities. That's the first thing I think of is Kimberly Crenshaw, multiple identities. So not necessarily one word, but because for myself, I don't identify as just one particular identity. I'm not just a woman. I'm not just Black. There's more and more of me and multifaceted as a person. So that's what I think of in intersectionality.
I think different identities of an individual that can be used to discriminate in different space. It could be like if we are looking into color of the skin, that could be one. If we are talking about myself as refugees, that can be used in depending on where I am. Sometimes I am talk very slowly because the perception of the other person is that I didn't speak in English, so they wanted to make sure that I understand what they're talking about. So I think depending on others, how they can use different identity of an individual to benefit their interest. That's what I think of when I think of intersectionality.
For me, intersectionality is bringing your whole self, and it's something that we as people of color have been dealing with for years, and I thank Professor Crenshaw for defining it, but it means that I identify myself as African American, woman, heterosexual, my faith, but also defining yourself as the friend, the wife, the sister, the auntie, all those things, the TTs of and so we bring all of ourselves. And then, I'm a physician, I'm an educator. I don't consider myself a community leader, but I think I'm someone involved in my community. It's also when I'm teaching my residents and medical students. And so it's all of those identities. And I think for us, we have to navigate those identities in so many different spaces.
I think of a Venn diagram and all the amazing conflicts and opportunities with the overlapping of that Venn diagram from a social, political, and economic standpoint.